got our 152 degree bend. I'll insert this one as well. All right, so there's going to be another tube that we're going to cut and make even with the lead tube. But before we do that, we're going to make 2 T's that fit down on either side, so a total of 4. So we can run 2 tubes across, and that's what we're going to mount our removable gas tank to. I kind of thought about putting some T's back here, but I don't really need it between these two. But we'll do 2 T's here, 2 T's here. So that's the next part we're going to create, because I want to slide those on first before we put the next main part that's going to connect these 2 tubes. All right, let's open up our file. Let's turn these 2 parts off. Let's create new sketch, front plane. Let's left click on center point circle, hover over the center, drag that out, and then left click again, and then hit escape. Come back down. Let's go up, click on the dimension tool, hover over the outer part or diameter of the circle, left click and then draw away, and we'll do 1 inch there. Alright, so we've got our circle. Let's close that out. Let's go to right view. Let's create a new sketch. Let's select right plane by left clicking, and then left click on line to select it, hover over the center, left click, draw that out, and then pull that away and hit escape. Let's go back up to our dimension tool. Let's hover over the line, left click on it, and then pull that away. Let's do 4 inches here. So this is going to be the longest segment of that T. Alright, and let's accept that. Go to isometric view. Let's go over and sweep. We'll select the outer diameter. Make sure it selects solid and new. Now we're going to go down here and select this face, the outer diameter of the circle for the face of the sketch, and then we'll left click on sweep path. Click on that line and then accept that. Now let's go up and make a shell. So we selected shell, faces to remove, click on that one, and then scroll around to the other side and select the other. And this is going to be 0.2385 for both of those. Alright, so that's going to be our longest segment. Is go to top view. I'm going to drag this down and try to get close to center here. So let's go ahead and go to transform X, Y, and Z. Select the part we want to move, and let's scroll this down until we're right in the center, and the arrows will indicate the center point. Let's deactivate that. That is now in the center. So now we're going to create another part that comes across here. So let's go top plane. Actually, let's go left plane, because we're going to create our circle right in the center. Let's create a new sketch. Select this right plane, which we're just on the left side of it. Center point circle, left click, come down, hover over the center, draw that out. Left click again and then hit escape. And then let's go up and find the dimension tool. I'm going to turn this other part off that we just created. We know that we're in the center of it now. Let's left click on the diameter of that circle, draw this out so that we know it's 1 inch. Good. And let's close that sketch out. Let's go to top view, left click on sketch, select top plane, left click on the line tool, hover over the center, left click on that center, draw this line out, and then hit escape. Left click on dimension, hover over the line, left click, draw that out. 2.5 inches is what we want for the T. Alright, then left click, checkbox. Let's go back to our isometric view. Left click on sweep, select the outer diameter of the circle. That's going to be the face of sketch 3. Left click on sweep path, hover over the line, left click on that, close that sweep out. Let's go over to the shell, left click on the shell, click on the diameter of the circle. Let's scroll around to the other side, left click on that. This is going to be 0.2385 for the shell thickness. Let's hit the check mark. There's our part. Let's turn both back on now, so let's go back to part 10 here. So that's where we want the T. We're going to leave it there. We're not going to move it from there, but we need to join these two parts. Left click on both, and then right click on what you highlighted, and then hit Boolean. Now we have a new part. We're going to need 4 of those, but there's no need to duplicate, because these don't really have one side or the other. It won't matter. Close the Boolean out because it's a union, and then let's right click on part 10, rename, and let's leave it as part 10, but let's call it gas tank T. And we'll do this for each one. Gas tank T connection. Let's right click on that part, and let's go ahead and edit appearance, and let's make this one look purple. Let's right click and let's go to export. We're going to need 4 of these. Alright, so that's exported. Alright, let's go File, Import. Let's go to Downloads. Let's do our gas tank T connection. Open that. File, Import. Let's do one more. Alright, so I have already printed off 2 of these just to test it. Just wanted to make sure it was correct because we haven't done an assembly lately. Let's preview that. Alright, slice complete, and then we'll add these T connections in as well and get caught up on the assembly view.